This is the lecture number 25 for the chapter integration of class 12th, and we are discussing the miscellaneous exercise of it. In question number 28, it is given that from pi by 6 to pi by 3 sin x plus cos x upon under root 1 plus under root sin 2x. So you have to do the arrangement here because sin x plus cos x is the derivative of sin x minus cos x. So I'm trying to convert this sin x into sin x minus cos x. So what I'm doing it here, adding and subtracting 1 here, take minus common in the last two terms. So it is 1 minus sin 2x and 1 plus 1 minus sin 2x. You can write sin x minus cos ka whole square. So when you do the sin x minus cos x ka whole square, you will get 1 minus sin 2x because sin x minus cos x ka whole square is sin square x plus cos square x minus 2 sin x cos x, which is equal to 1 minus sin 2x. So here you let sin minus cos x is equal to t. You let sin x minus cos x equal to t because its derivative dx upon dx will be cos x plus sin x, which will cancel out this when we replace dx by dt. So this. Now because it's a definite integral and we have done this question by substitution, so naturally its upper limit and lower will be changed. So see it very carefully. Upper limit, because sin pi by 3 minus cos pi by 3 is equal to t, because the upper limit is pi by 3, to replace x by pi by 3 in the substitution, this pi by 2. So when sin x minus cos x is equal to t, so sin pi by 3 minus cos pi by 3 in terms of t, it is root 3 by 2 minus half, the upper limit, and similarly lower limit, replace x by pi by 6, it will be half minus root 3 by 2. So this is the change after making it letting that sin x minus cos x is equal to t and changing the upper limit and lower limit. See it very carefully. This sin x plus cos x, you let it equal to t, thus you have let it equal to t, and replacing the value of dx as dt upon sin x plus cos x, and this will be cancelled out with this. So it is only dt upon under root 1 minus t square, which is equal to sin inverse t, and upper limit minus lower limit. So in place of t put upper limit, minus in place of t put lower limit, and simplify as far as possible, because 1 minus root 3 you can write minus root 3 minus 1, and sin inverse minus x is minus sin inverse x, so it will become plus. So this is the question number 28. In question number 9, you have done this in the starting of the miscellaneous exercise. You know how to integrate it by rationalizing it. So multiply numerator and denominator by root 1 plus x plus root x, you will get this. X will be cancelled out, so you have to integrate only root 1 plus x, root x. You know how to integrate root 1 plus x, 1 plus x ki power half plus 1 upon half plus 1, and x ki power half plus 1 upon half plus 1, and upper limit minus lower limit. So this is the question number 29. In question number 30 is also same as we have done this question number 28. Sin 2x making the whole square of sin x minus cos x. So arrange it in question number 30. It is sin x plus cos x. So I have taken 16 common in sin 2x and adding and subtracting 1. Sin 9 plus 16 minus 16 plus 16 sin x. So it is 16 1 minus sin 2x. Taking out 16 with this 29, it will come 25. And take minus common, so 1 minus sin 2x and minus outside this. Simple arrangement is there. For this 1 minus sin 2x, you can write sin x minus cos x whole square. And when you let this equal to t, when you replace the value of dx, this will be cancelled out. That is why I have made this for 1 minus sin 2x. 1 minus sin 2x is sin x minus cos x whole square. Because if you find the whole square, a square plus b square minus 2ab, you will get 1 minus sin 2x. So let this is equal to t, sin x minus cos x. This sin x plus cos x will be cancelled out. So dt upon dx, replace dx here, this numerator will be cancelled out, and changing the lower limit and upper limit. Now upper limit is pi by 4. So pi by 4 you will get the upper limit, it is 0. Lower limit is 0. So sin 0 minus cos 0, it is equal to minus 1. So limits will be changed. It is from minus 1 to 0, 1 upon 16 when you put the value of dx. So it is coming out to be a special integral of 1 upon a square minus x square. A square minus x square, this will be cancelled out when you replace dx. 1 upon a square minus x square is equal to 1 upon 2a log a plus x upon a minus x. Upper limit, when you replace 0, so 5 upon 4 upon 5 upon 4 log 1, and when you replace minus 1 here, minus 1 here, you will get log 1 upon 9. So log 1 is 0, you know it. Now question number 31, it is sine 2x. So in place of sine 2x, you write through sin x cos x, because when you let sin x is equal to t, this cos x will be cancelled out. So let sin x is equal to t, dt upon dx will be equal to cos x. When you replace dx, which is equal to dt upon cos x will be cancelled out. It comes out to be 2t tan inverse t. 2t tan inverse t, replace the value of dx, and because it is a definite integral and we have let something, so its upper limit and lower limit in terms of t will be, upper limit is pi by 2, so replace pi by 2 here, will be equal to 1, and lower limit is 0, so replace 0 here, you will get the lower limit, it will be 0 to 1, 0 to 1, and you know how to integrate by part. This is the first function, this is the second function. So first function as it is, integration of second minus derivative of first into the integration of second, which is t square upon 1. So it is t square upon 1 plus t square, adding and subtracting 1. So 1 plus t square divided by this equal to 1, and 1 upon 1 plus t square, which is tan inverse t. And the integral of, you can find the lower limit, upper limit for this part, 0 to 1, arranging this 2 with this. So be very careful. So this is the limit of this integral, upper limit minus lower limit. Take it equal to 1, 1 minus tan inverse 1 minus 0, tan inverse 0, it is 1 minus tan inverse 1, tan inverse 1 is pi by 4, pi by 4 plus pi by 4, it is pi by 2. So this is the question number 31. Now in question number 32, we have x tan x upon sec x plus tan x. It is a good question, an important question. It is in the board many times. So using the property of 0 to a, that is replacing x by a minus x. So pi minus x, tan pi minus x, sec pi minus x, tan pi minus x. Replacing the in place of x, pi by 2, pi minus x. Tan 180 minus x is minus tan x, sec 180 minus x is minus sec x, tan 180 minus x is minus sec x, tan x. Taking minus common, this will be cancelled out with this. Now with this step number 1 and step number 2, when we add these two, so x tan x will be cancelled out with x tan x. So we will get only pi tan x. So say it very clearly, pi tan x. Now in the denominator we have sec x plus tan x. So when we multiply denominator by sec minus tan x, in the denominator we will get sec square minus tan x. So a plus b, a minus b, a square minus b square. Multiplying, divide the denominator by sec x minus tan x. This is equal to 1. Now you can easily integrate tan x into sec x and tan square x. Tan square you have to have to integrate, you know it, by converting into sec square minus 1. The integral of this is sec x, the integral of this is x, tan x, and arrange the upper limit and lower limit. Upper limit minus lower limit, replacing the value of x by pi and replacing the value of x by 0. Arrange it, you will get the value of this integral. Now this question number 33 we have just done in the last exercise by how to integrate the modulus functions. Now first of all you find x minus 1 when it will be positive, it will be positive when greater than 1. So it will be positive for all value greater than 1, that is 1 to 4 it is always positive. Now this x minus 2 is greater than 0, it is positive for x greater than 2. So from 2 to 4 it is positive, and from 1 to 2 it will be negative. And this we have done in the last exercise very well. Similarly, x minus 3 is greater than 0, it is very positive when greater than 3. From 3 to 4 it is positive, and from 1 to 3 it is negative. I have converted and break this integral into 3 and done this question individually, and this we have done in the last exercise. You have to find in which interval it is positive and in which interval it is negative. So integrate it individually, find the upper limit and upper limit, lower limit, simplify, you'll get 19 upon 2. So this is the question number 32. Now in question number 34, it is 1 upon x square into x plus 1, and you make it the partial fraction of second type, a upon x plus b upon x square plus c upon x plus 1. This is the second time partial fraction, and you know it how to find the value of ABC by adding the right hand side, and denominator will be cancelled with the denominator. You are getting this, and separating the like term, multiplying, open the bracket, collect the terms containing x square, containing the term containing x, Collect the term containing constant term equating the like terms or the coefficient of the like terms, the left hand side, you will get the value of ABC, which is coming out to be -1, 1 and 1. -1, 1 and 1, like this. And you know how to integrate log x. You can integrate it as x to the power -2 plus 1 upon -2 plus 1. This is log x plus 1. This. Okay, we'll discuss the remaining question in the next lecture. Thank you.